Hello friends, welcome back to Anjal channel. This is N.Kireeti Siddartha talking about zero, the special number. There are so many facts that make zero a special number, but I'm going to talk about 10 of those which makes zero the hero. So let's start with the first one, worthless to colossal. What do you mean by that? Worthless means no value, which means it's zero, whereas colossal means extremely huge and impressive value. Example, 10 to the power of 1000 or 1 along with 1000 zeros. It's also known as Google sign or guppy bell. See 0 to 1 along with 1000 zeros. Worthless number to a colossal number. Wow, it's really big, right? Which also may. Wait, let me tell you one more fact that like 10 to the power of infinity. Wait, infinity means, as you know, the number system has no limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you go and go and go, there is no stop. I mean, there is no dead end for numbers to end. So instead, we just simply call infinity instead of counting everything. What is the greatest number or like that? Just infinity is. It's okay. I mean, it's just called infinity. But think 1 to the power, 10 to the power of infinity means 1 along with infinity zeros, uncountable zeros. Actually, infinity means undefined, but 1 to the power of infinity zeros or 1 to the power of, sorry, what I was saying, yeah, 1 to the power, no, 10 to the power of infinity means, actually infinity is defined, but it's just like 1 along with 1000 zeros, that is this one. But here, 1 along with infinity zeros are undefined zeros, no limit. There are so many zeros, right? This makes zero a really big special number. Now, the other is additive identity, which also makes 0 a special number. Let's take and read the definition. When you add 0 to any number, take any number, add 0, the result is the original number. Example, let's take an example. There are 5 butterflies. These butterflies, there are 5 plus 0, there are 5 butterflies in a group. 0 butterflies has came newly in that group. How many butterflies are there? 0 means no butterflies. Means still 5 butterflies are left. How many are there? The same number of butterflies are there. Which makes sense that 5 plus 0 is equal to 0. The same, take x. X is a variable, which means it could be any number where x plus 0 is equal to x, because just like the formula, just like the definition, x plus, any number or x plus 0 is equal to the same number or x. That makes sense. Now this makes a really super duper, not much, but a special number. 0, it makes 0 a special number still. A little even though. Now let's go to the third one. It's the factor only for itself. This is more interesting. While some might, it's interesting for me a bit. While some might argue that 0 doesn't have any factors besides itself due to division by 0 being undefined, because 0 divided by 0 is undefined. It could be 1, 2, minus see 1 to infinity or minus 1 to infinity, or it could be also 0. Any integer it could be. If you divide 0 divided by 0. So, but the definition of a factor focuses on whether a number can be expressed as a product of two integers, which means, example, let's take some number like 12, which is equal to 3 into 4. Now see 12 as a number, as a product of two integers, that is 3 and 4. Here 3 and 4 are the factors of 12. Just like that, here it's 0 into 0. 0 into 0 is 0, which means 0 and 0 are the factors of 0. See, 0 is the factor only for itself here. See, for any number you take, 0 won't be the factor of that number, but only for itself. 0 is the factor only for itself. It won't be for any other number, you see. So, see, this makes sense that 0 is again special numbers. This proves that 0 is an again a special number. So now 0 bond mass, which means 0 is linked with each and every operation of bond mass, which is B for brackets, O for off, D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, S for subtraction. So first B for brackets, any number, take any number, keep it inside the brackets and multiply by 0, the product will be 0. Let's take an example, 5 plus 2, keep it inside the bracket into 0. Actually here we, instead of keeping multiplication symbol, we can directly write like this without any symbol, because when we open the brackets, if there is no symbol there, that means it will become a multiplication sign. Did you understand that? Okay, I think you understand that. So 5 plus 2 is 7, as you know. 7 into, when we have opened the bracket, it's multiplication. 7 times 0 or 7 into 0 is 0, as you know. That's very simple. You think that? Yeah. So this makes sense. Any number inside the bracket and multiplied by 0, the product will be always 0. Just like how I explained now. Now, 0 of any number gives the quotient as 0. Yeah. 0 of 0. I mean, let's take a pizza having 4 parts. I have eaten 0 parts from them. Or 0 of 4. Or 0 divided by 4. Or 0 by 4. 0 parts of 4 or 0 by 4. It can be written as 0 by 4, which is equal to 0, because you see in that pizza I have eaten 0 of 0. 0 of 4 means 0 parts of 4. How many parts I have eaten? 0. See, example here 1 of 4. 1 of 4 means 1 by 4 here. 1 by 4, yeah. That means I have eaten 1 by 4 part of the pizza. But when I eat 0 by 4 part of the pizza, that means there are 0 I have ate. Because 0 by 4 means no parts of the 4, which as no parts equal to 0, the quotient is 0. That makes sense. So 0 of any number is equal to 0. That makes sense, making it 0 the special number. Here you go. Now D for division. Yeah, division, 0 divided by any number is 0. Just like this, but here 0 divided by 3 is 0. Instead of we are directly stepping here, which is 0 divided by 3. Not by, it's divided by 3. you see 0 divided by when we interchange 0 divided by 0 is also equal to 3. When you see here any number, see 0 divided by 0 is undefined. It can be 0 only itself or 1 to minus 1, any number. It can be any positive, it can be any negative. So 0 divided by any number is 0 only. So M now, M for multiplication means 0 multiplied by any number is 0. Yes, just like what I have told here, 7 into 0 is 0. Here the same thing I took the example, but it's 0 into 7. See, both are same. So 0 into 7 is 0. Everyone know that. Now A for addition. 0 plus any number is the number itself. Yeah. Example, let's take in 5 boxes. 0, see, in a box there are 0 small boxes, means it's empty, and we have added 6 boxes, small boxes inside that. And how many are left? There are 6 small boxes are there in that box, right? So the sum is 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. This is very simple, right? Now any number plus its additive inverse, additive inverse is always 0. Except additive inverse means opposite. When we have 0, then as we know in number line 1, 2, 3, this side minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. The opposite of 1 is minus 1. The opposite of minus 2 is opposite of 2 is minus 2, or even opposite of minus 2 is also 2. But see, if you go along, the opposite of infinity is minus infinity. And this is known as additive inverse. Example, let's take minus 3 plus the additive identity of minus 3 is 3. Minus 3. Let's take minus 3 jumps backwards, leftward from 0. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now again plus 3 jumps 1, 2, 3. Again we are in the 0. That makes sense that the answer is 0. The sum is 0. Now let's take something like a positive number plus a negative number, that is 11 plus minus 11 is equal to 0. Yeah, because let's actually, just like the jumps, 11 jumps right side and 11 jumps left side is 0. But if you see according to the calculations, then plus into minus is minus, as we know. And when you minus 11 into 11 minus 11, when you subtract 11 from 11, it's always 0. So that makes sense. Now the final one is S for subtraction. Any whole number, take any whole number, subtracted by itself is always 0. Yes, just like how I told 11 minus 11 is 0. Example, 50 takes 50 minus 50 is 0. Everyone know that. Now any number subtracted from 0 is its additive identity. Now let's take 0 minus plus 74. Minus into plus is minus. 0 minus 74. This is 0, right? 0. This side 74. Left side 74 steps. But we don't have any jumps back, which makes sense that is minus 74. If you want to take, let's take minus 7. Minus into minus is plus. 0 plus 7 is 7. The additive inverse, here I by mistakenly wrote like that, inverse. So the additive inverse of minus 7 is plus 7, just like that. Now 0 subtracted from any number is the number itself. Example, take minus 34 minus 0 is equal to the same number, because you have taken minus 34 steps left side and taking again 0 steps, which is no steps, which means you are again in where you are at the same step. So it's minus 34. Now you have climbed 247 meters up. Just imagine you have climbed 247 meters up a mountain, and again you decreased 0 meters down. You came down 0 meters, means no meters. You are again in the same place, means you are 247 meters up, right? So the difference is 247. This makes 0 again a special number. This all makes 0 a really big special number. So placeholders, the fifth one is placeholders. In our decimal system, 0 indicates the absence, nothing, as it is worthless. 0 means no value. It indicates the absence of a quantity in a particular place value. Let's take example, then you will understand. 105. In that tens place there are no zeros. 0 tens. 0 tens is no tens, which means in 105 the 0 represents no tens. Just like in 7043, 0 in the hundreds place there are 0 hundreds, which is no hundreds, which means in 7043 the 0 represents no hundreds. This makes 0 a special number. Now the sixth one, 0 is neither positive nor negative. See, just I told the number line in which 0 is in the middle. 1, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus infinity. Here infinity, just like what? But now we are not seeing about that additive inverse. Sorry, that was some sound. Okay, I am going to show you that it's neither positive nor negative. But how? Why? Because, as you know, the numbers which are less than 0 are known as negative. The numbers which are more than 0 are known as positive. But as 0 is not greater or lesser than 0, it's neither positive nor negative. Bro, as we know, a number cannot be more or less than itself. It's equal to itself. Which makes sense that as 0 is not more than itself, making it not a positive number. 0 not less than itself, making it not a negative number. So it's neither positive nor negative number. That makes sense, right? Now the seventh one, even, is as any number that is divisible by 2 is even, and the rest which are not divisible by 2 are odd. As you know, the even numbers and odd numbers. Even numbers means the numbers which are divided by 2. Odd, the rest of the even. The rest of the even numbers which are not divisible by 2. Yeah. Here rest is important. Like this makes that 0 is an even number because it's divisible by 2. But it is even divisible with 1, or odd number. So 0 is a special even number. But still, even though 0 is divisible with an odd number and even number, 0 is only even number because it's divisible by 2. The numbers which are not divisible by 2 are odd, but 0 is divisible by 2, so it's even number. That makes sense. Example, the same thing, 0 divided by 2 is equal to 0. As we know, any 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. 0 divided by 2 is also is equal to 0, which makes 0 an even number, not all even number, a special number, right? The next is in linear equations. The first one is if a linear equation, you see a linear equation means a equation having only one variable, not more than one. So if a linear equation has the form ax plus b equal to c, where a, b and c are constants and the x is the variable, and this is ax plus b equal to c. Now here it is given that a, b, c are constants or any number. A, b and c are numbers, normal numbers or natural whole, any number, but x is the variable here. It could be any number, we don't know. But a, b, c we know, some number. We know that which number it is, some number. But x we don't know, we should find the x value here. So to solve for x, isolate it on one side of the equation, which means we should keep x one side and bring all the numbers at the other side. Here as x is in the left hand side, we kept the x here in left hand side and all the numbers in the right hand side. C plus b becomes minus b. A into x or x into a, both are same. Into a means it when we jump into a, this side from left hand side to right hand side, it will become divided by a, which is also equal to by a, because it will be divided by c minus b, right? Whole together divided by a. So now let's see some possibilities. If a is not equal to 0, the equation has a unique solution. As if a is equal to 0, then the solution is undefined. As I told, when 0 is in the place of denominators, it's undefined, because it's undefined, bro. Let's take, wait, I will show some examples here, for examples in that, how it is possible. So if it's not 0, it's not undefined, it's defined, which makes it an unique solution, right? Now the fourth one is, if a is equal to 0 and b is equal to c, the equation is undefined again. See, again that here a is not equal to 0, but now a is equal to 0. See, a is equal to 0, and here c is equal to b, means c minus b is also 0. 0 by 0 is undefined, infinity solutions, right? Now this one, as well I was explaining, it's undefined, but here I am telling you about some, here c minus b, if I think it's not there in the example, so I am explaining here only. So let's take c is equal to 1, as 0 is not equal to, a is not equal to 0. So let's take some number like 10, okay? And c minus b, here it is not given that b is equal to c, so it cannot be, both are not the same number, so c can be some number like 7, b could be any number like 2. See, 7 minus 2 is 5, 5 by 5 is equal to 1, by 1 or 1. It's simply of x equal to 1. To verify if you want, here a is equal to 5, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 7, and here 1. See, 5 into 1 is 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. See, that's verified. But if you have 0, the same. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 by 0. 0 into no number is equal to 5, because 0 into any number is 0. So it's undefined. There is no value, unique value for that. That makes sense, I think. So the fifth one is, if a is equal to 0 and b is not equal to c, the equation has no solution, just like the third one, just like how I told. It has no solution when a is equal to 0 and b is not equal to c. But as I told, b is equal to c, then there are some undefined infinity solutions. But if you take b is not equal to c and a is equal to 0, there is no solution at all, just like how I told in the here explained. Now for example, first let's write the equation ax plus b equal to c, which is x equal to c minus b by a. If a equal to, let's take this directly, this one. If a is equal to 0, no, we are first taking this one or third and fifth together. So a is equal to 0, but b is not equal to c. As I told, there would be no solution. Let's see how. Let's then keep a is equal to 0, as I told. Now let's keep b some number like 3 and c like 4. Now x equal to, in place of c we should keep 4, in place of b we should keep 3, and in place of a 0, which makes x equal to 4 minus 3 equal by 0. When you subtract 4 minus 3, it's 1. X equal to 1 by 0. See, 0 is in the denominator, which makes sense that it's undefined, because in the numerator there is 1, not 0. And 0 into any number is 0. It cannot be 1, right? So it has no solutions. Now let's take some number like, this second one, the fourth one, here the third one. Now if a is equal to 0, the same, but the b is equal to the c, b is equal to c, then let's keep as a is equal to 0, we know. Now b is equal to c, which is both are equal, so let's keep some number like 7. So x equal to 7 minus 7 by 0, because c minus b or 7 minus c is 7, b is 7, 7 minus b, c minus b is 7 minus 7. So 7 minus 7 is 0. 0 by 0 has infinity quotient, which is undefined. Let's do verification. Let's do verification with examples. 1 to 2, 10 to 100, 100 to 1000, 1000 to infinity. If you go on, even minus 1 to minus 10 to minus 100 to minus 1000 to minus infinity. If you go on, even 0, bro. If you multiply any number with 0, any number with 0, it's 0. See, this means 0 by 0 could be any number from 1 to infinity, or else even minus 1 to minus infinity. So there are infinity quotients, more than infinity, you see. That makes sense. Now 0, see, this makes sense because it also makes 0 a positive, 0 a special number, not positive number. It's neither. Now I'm going to tell you it's neither prime nor composite. Why? Because first let's see what is a prime number, what is a composite number. Prime number, all whole numbers greater than 1, that have exactly two distinct positive divisors, 1 and themselves. As 0 is not greater than 1 and 0 has so many infinite positive distinct factors, it's not prime number. For example, 5 and 11. 5 is positive divisors 1 and 5, 1 and themselves 5, which makes 5 a prime number. 11's positive divisors are 1 and 11, 1 and themselves, so that makes 11 also a prime number. Now composite number, all whole numbers greater than 1, again here greater than 1, that have more than two distinct positive divisors. As 0 has more than two distinct positive divisors, we can think that's half composite number, but it's not greater than 1, which makes 0 not even a composite number. For our example, 9 and 12. 9's positive divisors are 1, 3 and 9. More than 2, right? Distinct positive numbers, which makes 9 a composite number. But if we go to 12, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. These also have more than two distinct positive divisors, which makes 12 a composite number. And these 4, 5, 11, 9, 12 are greater than 1, making it these two a prime, these two a composite. But 0 doesn't fit either category because it has infinitely many factors. Any number multiplied by 0 equals 0. Additionally, the definitions of prime numbers and composite numbers are typically limited to positive integers greater than 1, and 0 is not greater than 1. So, but 0 is neither a positive number nor a negative number, as it should be only a positive number to become a prime number or a composite number. So it's not neither positive nor a compositive, neither positive or negative, which makes it not neither prime nor composite. Additionally, 0 is not greater than 1 makes 0 not a prime number. See, 0 is not greater than 0, which makes it not a prime number, even not a composite number. Now, so 0 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. This makes sense, right? Now, in squares, yeah, that makes sense because it also makes 0 a special number. Now, 10 to 1 is in squares and cubes. You know squares, right? 2 into 2 is 4. 4 is the square of 2. 2 power of 2 is 4, or 2 square is 4. Like that, same, but cubing itself 3 times. 3 times multiplying itself by 3 times is cube. Now, what is a perfect square? A perfect square is a number that can be obtained by squaring an integer. Since 0 into 0 is equal to 0, 0 is the perfect square. 0, as you know, 0 into 0 into 0, how long you go, it's 0 only. So squaring 0 is also 0, which makes 0 a perfect square. Perfect cube also. A perfect cube is a number that can be obtained by cubing an integer. Since 0 into 0 into 0 is 0, cubing 0 is also 0. 0 is a perfect cube. In the context of squares and cubes, 0 is a cube special case as it is the only number that when multiplied by itself or itself 3 times results in the same number. See, 0 is the only number, right? You will get one doubt that 1 can be also, but no. If 1 to the power of a positive number only, it can be a perfect cube or a perfect square. But if 1 to the power of a negative integer, then it would be a negative integer, I mean -1. So it makes sense that 0 is the only number which can be multiplied by itself or itself 3 times, results in the same number. So this makes 0 again a special number. So that's all. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for watching till the end of this video. Thank you. But don't forget to like and share and like. But if you didn't still subscribe our channel, please subscribe. And tata, see you, bye bye.